What's up guys, this is Yasin. So a few days ago, I started looking into the Nouvelles deck, which is the cook deck that summons Hungry Burger and everything. So obviously by default, this deck is already tier 0 because, you know, Hungry Burger best card, at least in my heart and also in my stomach because kind of getting hungry. But speaking of cooking, I actually cooked a great, you know, Nouvelles deck list and of course combos featuring the new support from Duelist Advance, and all I can say is the new support is great. It's actually really good. I can't say that it's going to be the next top tier deck, but it definitely is enough to make the deck, you know, viable in like regionals and stuff like that. And you can definitely destroy people and cook the shit out of them now with the new support. So this is going to be fantastic, and I cannot wait to show you guys these new plays that you can do now. But before we go any further, you already know the drill. Smash the like and subscribe button, but most importantly, shoutouts to my new sponsors, Supreme Pro. If you're in the mood for some beautiful deck boxes, play mats, and also the ability to make your own jersey with your name and country on it, I really recommend checking out tsx1.com and use the coupon code YACIN10 for 10% off. Of course, the link will be in the description box below. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Alrighty, so combo number 1, it's not really like a combo, but it's a flow of execution and also just to, you know, showcase how good the deck is. Even, you know, the worst case scenario, you don't have much going, you only have Chef de Nouvelles. You're going to activate in the skill, and it's kind of like a Perform Appel monkey board. So during the main phase, if it was activated this turn, you can search a Nouvelle card from your deck to your hand. So even if you got like nothing else relevant, you can search the Balgril de Nouvelle, and then when your opponent special summons a monster, you can summon the Chef de Nouvelle, and then you can target it so that it becomes, well, it gains up to 3 levels. And then if your opponent special summons again, then you can use Chef de Nouvelle in order to mimic the effect of a ritual spell by banishing it from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So we can ritual summon for that Balgril de Nouvelle on the opponent's turn. And this card's actually really cracked because if it's special summoned by a Nouvelle monster, it gains an ability. And when this card is special summoned, it negates the effect of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. So it's kind of like a Dark Ruler on crack. And if it was special summoned by the effect of a Nouvelle monster, you get to tribute as many monsters your opponent currently controls. So that's a crazy interruption, right? It's better than Regeki because you're not even destroying, you're tributing. And also has a quick effect that is, you know, you just use at any moment. You can target an attack position monster your opponent controls, tribute it, and then special summon a Hungry Burger from your hand or deck. It can also be like the new Hungry Burger monster, which is extremely broken. And also this is going to be going in Chilling 2 in order to scale itself back so that you can repeat this process over and over. So yeah, very good interruption that you can get and really catch your opponent off guard. If people are underestimating the Nouvelle deck, then this should be a good and convincing argument to look into it, because one single card can tribute everything that they got and negate everything, and also get the flow going for next turn, and also get you another disruption in the form of the quick effect of Balgril de Nouvelle. Okay, so combo number 2, and this time I'm going to be showcasing the ability of this deck to break boards going second, because it is absolutely something that you can do. And obviously if there's interruptions, then I'm assuming that you're a non-engine or doing something, or that you have a lot of cards to play with, because, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not the kind of game where with 1 or 2 cards I'm gonna have to break like 7 negates. So obviously this is a combo video, not like a replay video. But if you want me to start showcasing replays on this deck, smash the like button. If we get to 1,000 likes, I will be making a dedicated live stream on Nouvelles. And I will commit, by the way, if I get there. Anyways, pre-prep is gonna be searching for the fish recipe as well as Buriabes, ridiculous name. And then normal summon Diviner of the Herald, send the Herald of Arclight to search for the Angry Burger. And then you can reveal it. It's kind of like the Chalice Slime, whatever, in a way. So you can search a Nouvelle card from your deck to your hand and then shuffle itself back into the deck. Illusion of Chaos might be like a better analogy because you don't discard, like you really just shuffle back a card, but whatever. And yeah, this card, you can scale it and then activate it. So you can search a Nouvelle card, and that's going to be the new continuous spell card. Nouvelle Recipe Book, Recette de Nouvelles. This card actually does a lot. So whenever there is a Nouvelle monster card on your field, not even a monster. So even if you got the scale, every single defense position monster opponent controls has to go into attack. So if your opponent has like a Baguska, then you get rid of like the annoying effect of Baguska. And then each time a monster is tributed by a ritual monster effect, your opponent has to pay 850 life points. I know, very awkward number, but so it can also be like a time win condition or something that facilitates OTKs. And then once per turn, if your opponent special summon, if you special summon a ritual monster, you can target one of them. So that's already good because you benefit off of, you know, targeting your own cards in this deck. It's actually a great thing. And then add 1 recipe or Nouvelle card from your deck to your hand except a continuous spell, and then increase the monster's level by 1, which also works in your favor because it means that you can easily like use them as ritual materials to keep going. So yeah, this card is incredibly good, but it's really just a one-of because, I mean, it's once per turn anyways. But yeah, you're going to be ritual summoning using the Diviner of the Herald that is level 6. And we can get 4 Chainlinks here. It's actually quite crazy. So Chainlink 1 Diviner to summon a level 2 or lower fairy monster from the deck. And yes, there is one target. It is the original Pendulum Scale. Chaining 2 of Buriabes to like excavate up to 5 cards, and then you can add like 1 excavated nouvelle or recipe card. And then chaining 3 is going to be the rituals, the continuous spell in order to target the ritual monster. And we're going to be going chaining 4, target the ritual, chain the ritual monster, and then tribute an opponent's attack position monster. Again, your opponent will always have a monster in attack because of this placing everything from defense to attack, so that you can, tag out and summon the Poeltis de Nouvelles, which is going to be drawing a card on summon, and then excavate 5 cards, and whatever, like if we get lucky, we get something, and if we get unlucky, we get absolutely nothing. So yeah, anyways, this is going to be drawing a card, this is going to be searching for either a level 1 ritual monster or a recipe card from your deck to your hand. So we're going to be getting our searches and also our draws. And then this is going to be ritual summoning for the Buriabes, the meat recipe. This card does nothing unless like you summon Confira de Nouvelles, in which case all the defense position monsters your opponent currently controls are changed to attack, which really changes nothing considering the fact that this card already does that for you. But we can still trigger the effect of Poissonnière de Nouvelles, again another stupid name. Target this in order to change his battle position, and then chain the effect of Poeltis to tribute the Buriabes with, again, another attack position monster upon controls, which makes your opponent pay another 850. And this time we're going to be summoning the Balamunière de Nouvelles, again, another insanely stupid name. And this card is actually quite good, so this is probably the best one that we've summoned so far, because on summon it searches any nouvelle or recipe card from your deck to your hand. So many card searches in this deck. So yes, Drill and Logbird definitely hurts this deck. I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't. But also it has another effect where you can tribute an attack position monster and then summon a level 6 nouvelle ritual monster from your hand or deck. So we're gonna be tributing that final attack position monster, summon the Valgrill, and then yeah, our opponent loses another 850. And yeah, this is way more than enough for game. And also the field spell can search like a solemn judgment or something, and we can also like put back a useless ritual monster, draw 1 card. And then on the end phase, the field spell is also gonna draw another card because of its recycling ability. So you never run out of gas. It is absolutely beautiful. And also this is a lot of disruptions, by the way, because we can use this in order to like tribute and then summon a Hungry Burger. We can use this in order to summon like a level 6, even though there's nothing to summon because this is like the level 6 that we play. But whatever, you get the point. If we can find a way to like shuffle it back into the deck, that could work. Yeah, this also has an effect, but it summons like a level 4 or 5, so unless we play more copies, it's not gonna do anything. Pretty nice. I will definitely take it. Let's go into combo number 3 now. Okay, so for combo number 3 and also the last one I've got, so I have Nadir's Servant as well as Concours de Cuisine, which is a pretty nasty combo. So draw phase, special summon your Poissonnière as well as the Pâtissière Couverture. And obviously you're kind of dodging Drill and Logbird, so we're going to be searching Nouvelle Recipe Book with the Poissonnière, and then activate it, and then activate Nadir's Servant. And obviously you don't have to activate this before, it really changes nothing. You can send Garura or the Bucephalus, and then search for your Maximus and draw a card off of Garura. And this is where it gets really interesting. So Maximus can send 2 extra deck cards. Herald of the Arclight is is the obvious one, but what is going to be the second monster to dump? Obviously, it can be Elder Entity Entis going second, but it can also be the Sharbrigade Sharig, the Ominous Omen. And this card, when it's sent to the grave, you can search a Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast from your deck to your hand, whose level is less than or equal to the number of your banished Beast Warrior, Winged Beast. And since we got a Garura banished, thanks to Maximus, we can search a level 1 BBW monster, and that can be the Buriabes. So, in other words, Nadir's Servant is like a 1 card, you get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's actually a great starter for you. Easily one of the best cards in this deck. And we're also going to be searching the Fish Recipe, which is the better, ritual spell, because it also searches the Meat Recipe when we summon the Buriabes, which is the number 1 monster that you're trying to summon at first. Fish Recipe, get rid of the Poissonnière, and then we're going to be going Chaining 1 Buriabes, Chaining 2 Poissonnière, Chaining 3 Nouvelle Recipe Book, and then Chaining 4 Buriabes. This should be nothing new, you should already know this by now. And we're going to be tributing that Pâtissière, so make your opponent lose another 850, summon the Poeltis, and then we're going to be searching for a bunch of cards. Excavate, we're going to be getting unlucky, and we're still going to be able to trigger that Poeltis to draw a card, and then scale that Chef de Nouvelle in order to search for the Field Spell, and then Field Spell is going to be searching for the Solemn Judgment, and this is going to be triggering its effect in order to target the Poeltis to summon itself back, and also change the battle position, and we're going to be chaining the Poeltis, so tribute that Maximus, make the opponent lose even more life points, and summon the Balamunière, which can yet again search for a monster. I mean, it can search for any Nouvelle or Recipe card, but we want to search a monster because there's nothing that we can do with these cards anyway, so we might as well use the field spell in order to put it back on the bottom of the deck and draw a card. Look at the amount of cards that we're drawing. This is ridiculous. We're drawing 2 cards with the field spell, we're drawing a card with Poeltis, and we're drawing a card with Garura. So we drew 4 cards, which means that since this is a 2-card combo, we should have 3 other cards in hand, so we should have 7 cards in hand. And we also have the meat recipe, which I'm not gonna lie, it is actually a kind of useless card. And honestly, I'll be fully transparent. I think Meat Recipe and Confira de Nouvelles, so the level 2 ritual monster, are like by far the shittiest cards in this deck. But yeah, this is a great end board, by the way. It looks like it's not too much, but it's actually huge because you've got the Bala Meunière that contribute an opponent's attack position monster, and again, they will always be an attack because of Recette de Nouvelles. And then you can summon the Bal Grill, the level 6 monster, which will tribute and negate everything your opponent controls. Well, tribute all the monsters and negate every face-up card. And then you can use its other effect in order to summon Angry Burger or Hungry Burger. So that's three disruptions so far because you're tributing 3 times and also negating a bunch of things. And we also have Chef's Special Recipe, which can negate any spell, trap card, or monster effect. So that's 4 disruptions and then 4 draws. And also there's this that can also ritual summon on the opponent's turn. So you can make like a level 3, well, you can make a level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 ritual monster on the opponent's turn using, yeah, their card actually. So, and you can keep like climbing up. And this is like shuffling back your ritual monsters, so you never run out of gas. So yeah, this should be 6 interruptions or 5 interruptions, 3 tributes, and then the 4th tribute, the counter trap. So yeah, that's 5 disruptions. Keep making the opponent lose even more life points. We keep searching even more. Honestly, there's even a world in which that's even more, actually. There could easily be like 6 or 7 disruptions if we use the Recette de Nouvelles, well, Nouvelle recipe book really well on the opponent's turn. Because, yeah, it's a trigger effect, so it can happen at any moment. And yeah, the fact that everything is forced into attack position monster is, like, so annoying for the opponent. And again, on top of every draws that you're getting, this doesn't look insane because there's no, like, hard Omni-Negate and stuff like that. I mean, there is a counter trap which negates anything. But it's actually so broken, and it's really annoying for anyone to beat this, realistically. Like, you can't really attack over this. You can't target anything. You can't do jack shit, honestly. You just lose. Alrighty, for the deck profile, again, I'm gonna reiterate the fact that I love this deck. It's actually so much better than people give it credit for. But anyways, 2 Diviner of the Herald, 2 Poissonnière, and 2 Chef de Nouvelles. I really wanted to diversify my normal summons because I don't want to do like 3, 3, 3 or like 1, 2, 3 or something. Maybe that's like something that I can really change in the future. I'm really open-minded when it comes to ratios, but I think this is like a clean ratio instead of playing way too many normal summons. And when you draw like a lot of these cards, sometimes it actually kind of doesn't make sense because these cards are better to normal summon sometimes or better to scale or whatever. But yeah, Diviner of the Herald is always only a normal summon and pretty much nothing else. But you can still tribute it from the hand and then get like its effect off to summon your Poissonnière. So if you draw both of these cards, you can still get both effects in the turn. And then this will still summon this that can search. So you can get like all effects in rotation. It's really not the end of the world, but obviously this is still the best card to commit initially. Anyways, 2 Angry Burger. This searches any Nouvelle monster from your deck to your hand. So yeah, that's a pretty nice effect. So yeah, a lot of starters here and also 3 Nadur Servant, 2 Pre-Prep. Don't want like too much clogginess, and then 3 Concours de Cuisine and 2 Voici la Carte. So this card, it's very similar to Pre-Prep. Almost does the exact same thing. You're revealing 2 Nouvelle monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. Your opponent chooses 1 for you to add, and then you shuffle the other into your deck, and then you can add either Recette de Poisson, so fish recipe, or Recette de Viande, which is meat recipe, depending on the type of monster that you search. So if you're searching a Beast Warrior, you search fish recipe, and if you search a warrior, you search meat recipe. And this, by the way, is a fiend, and this is a fairy, so you're probably not trying to reveal these cards, but rather trying to reveal warriors and beast warriors here, and then the main deck monsters they have nothing to do, so they're not going to work really well with Voici la Carte. We also play, well, obviously 1 Maximus, 1 Field Spell, which searches, I mean, it can also recycle back a recipe card from your graveyard to your hand, so this card's pretty nice, actually, I do like it. If you play 2, then you have like an actual infinite grind game, because you would be able to shuffle this card back infinitely into the deck over and over, so you really never run out of gas. So yeah, 2 copies doesn't really, I mean, it does make sense. The counter trap, great card, honestly, and it's also like a massive interruption. Actually, that was one of the disruptions that I forgot to mention in the last combo. So the graveyard effect, if you special summon Hungry Burger, you can banish it from the grave to tribute as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. It's really cracked. Like, you never stop tributing your opponent's monsters. It's really insane. But yeah, anyways, the 1 Nouvelle recipe book, whatever, the 2 ritual spells, and then one of each of the following monsters. So one level 1, one level 2, one level 3, one level 5. So we're skipping the level 4s. It's not the best. Foi Glazia, it's a garbage card. All it does is like banish up to 3 cards in the graveyards. It's really not too great. You can just skip it because the level 3 can summon a level 4 or 5, so there's no reason for you to summon the 4. And the only reason why you play Confira is because of the meat recipe, but it's also very cuttable. So if you want to, you can actually just cut Confira and meat, and this can, yeah, this is not going to be able to search like itself if you want to play 2. So yeah, that doesn't really work really well, but who cares? And then, yeah, 1 Bal à Meunière, 1 Valkyrie, and 1 Hungry Burger, and then 9 Hand Shops and a Call by the Grave. For the extra deck, 1 Typhon, 2 Pâtissier à la Couverture. You need this in order to resolve Concours de Cuisine, otherwise this card's not going to be doing anything. 2 Elder Entity Entis with the Garura, and Enigma Master Pack Bit, double Herald of Arclight, so that Nadir Servant and Maximus always has stuff to send, as well as Tri-Brigade, Arms Bucephalus, Shurig the Ominous Omen. So a lot of Ultimate Slayer targets as well, if you want to consider that. It's definitely a possibility. Dynamundo, great card. You can also summon the ritual monsters back on your opponent's turn. And also, they don't read, like, if this card is ritual summoned, do this and that, but rather if this card is special summoned. So even off of Dynamundo, as long as they were properly summoned, you will be able to get their effects like draw a card, or excavate, like, you know, the top 5 cards, or destroy a spell or trap on the field, etc, blah blah. But again, you do have to properly summon them first. Anyways, SP, and then Secure Gardna and El Mirage. The reason why we play these cards is because we want to be able to like turn a hand shop into something that can trigger Maximus in the hand, so that we can sending Herald of Arclight and everything, and then start playing the game. So yeah, that's it for this beautiful little Nouvelle combo video and deck profile. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon with another video. Peace.